Knitting brioche in the round is really easy. You'll see. 2 rounds to repeat and no need to follow written instructions once we understand the logic of forming this gorgeous texture. In this tutorial, I'll explain both the pattern and the logic. Cast on an even number of stitches and arrange them for knitting in the round. Use any setup you like. I cast on 20 stitches and I'll work on one long circular needle and the magic loop technique. Join stitches for working in the round if you want, or don't join them. It's totally up to you. We start with a setup round. Knit 1 stitch, then make a yarn over and slip 1 stitch purlwise. That means we insert the tip of the right needle into the stitch from right to left. And this is the pattern repeat. Easy, right? Let's see how we do it with the yarn in the right hand. So knit 1, then bring the yarn to the front, over the needle to the back, and slip 1 stitch. And we repeat these simple steps to the end of the round. If you hold yarn in your left hand, you can streamline the yarn over plus slip 1 move by placing the yarn on the left needle and slipping this strand together with the stitch. See, just one shot and we got the yarn over and the slipped stitch. Let's do it again. So I knit 1 and then I place the yarn on the left needle and slip both the strand and the stitch, making the yarn over plus slip 1. If your stitches are divided into groups like mine are, see they are divided into 2 groups, when you move the work between the needles, make sure you don't lose that last yarn over. See, right now I'm not paying attention to the yarn over because I'm dealing with the needles, but once I'm ready to work on the second group of stitches, I make sure the yarn comes over the needle. And I do have this yarn over here. Keep an eye on that little fella. The last repeat and this round is finished. If we count the number of strands on the needles, right now we'll see that we have more strands than the number of stitches that we cast on. For example, for me, it's going to be 30 strands, which is way more than 20 stitches that I cast on. But not every strand is considered to be a stitch in brioche knitting. The yarn overs that we made are more like enhancements to stitches. We'll always work them together with the stitches that they are paired with. You'll see what I mean in just a moment when we start to work the 2-round pattern repeat. In the first round, we make a yarn over and slip 1 stitch purlwise. And then we purl the next stitch together with the yarn over created in the previous round. We purl them together. And if you hold yarn in your right hand, then you will do it like this. Yarn over, slip 1, bring the yarn to the front, making sure you don't unravel this yarn over, and purl the yarn over and the stitch together, just like this. And then we repeat these steps to the end of the round. So yarn over, slip 1, purl 2 together. The very first yarn over will be basically the same strand as the yarn over that we created at the end of the previous round. It looks a little bit funny, but don't worry. Everything will get back to normal as soon as we finish this round. My last purl 2 together and see, no more funny looking strands. In the second round, we're gonna knit 1 stitch together with the yarn over that we created in the previous round. So we start not by making a yarn over, but by knitting 2 strands together, 1 stitch and the yarn over. We simply knit them together. And then we make a yarn over and slip one stitch purlwise. So we go from right to left. And here's how it works with the yarn in the right hand. So we knit the stitch and the yarn over together. Then we make a yarn over and slip one stitch purlwise. And no matter how you hold the yarn, repeat these steps to the end of this round. And now work these 2 rounds on and on and on to make your project as long as you want. After a few rounds, you will see that the brioche stitch is very similar to 1x1 ribbing, but with a little twist. Some stitches are accompanied by yarn overs. So when we look at the stitches sitting on the needles, we'll notice that every other stitch is paired with a yarn over, while other stitches are solo. Once we understand the structure of brioche, how it's built, there is no need to look at the pattern instructions. Simply work the stitch and the yarn over pairs together and add a yarn over in front of every single stitch before you slip that stitch purlwise. And by work, I mean knit together the paired stitches that look like knits and purl together the paired stitches that look like purls. Here's how it works. So the next stitch on my left needle is a single stitch. When I spread the stitches on the needle, I clearly see that this guy is sticking out, just being alone. And the next pair it has a yarn over in it. So this is the single stitch. What I do, I make a yarn over and slip the stitch. And then I see that I have a pair, clearly a pair of stitches, and the stitch looks like a purl. So I purl these 2 strands together. Another solo knit, make yarn over and slip. Another pair, I purl them together. That's it. And when you're ready to bind off stitches, bind them off in pattern. Knit the knits and purl the purls, treating the paired stitches as one. And don't make any new yarn over. Simply pass one stitch over the other to bind it off. No new yarn overs. Now you see how easy it is to work brioche stitch in the round. Let's use this new skill to make a beautiful cowl, just as I did when I made this quick brioche cowl out of an odd ball of yarn that I had in my stash for ages. To make this project even more interesting, I made sure the cast on and bind off edges look the same and have a good amount of stretch. How did I do it? The pattern explains every little trick that I used. Get your free copy of the pattern and make this cowl in just a few hours. The link is in the description.